Hello everyone, welcome to .NET Mirror channel. Today let's understand how can you deploy an ASP.NET application to Azure App Service via zip deployment. In this video, we will try to create a basic ASP.NET app, run the app in locally, and we'll try to configure the zip deployment in Azure App Service, and we will try to copy the local files to Azure via zip process, and we will run the application on the Azure App Service. Let's understand what is an Azure App Service. Azure App Service is a fully managed platform as a service which will enables you to build and deploy your web apps or APIs or backends without managing any underlying infrastructure. And you can use your own language to build your application. It could be .NET, Java, Python. And once you build the application, you have to deploy to Azure App Service. In my previous videos, I have covered FTP deployment, publish profiles via Visual Studio, and GitHub Actions. I will provide the links in the description. In this video, we will focus on zip deployment, where you can go and publish the files. When it comes to zip deployment, it is the easiest option to deploy your app. You can just develop your application, just zip it and upload to app service. It works seamlessly. There are different ways you can upload the zip file. One is you have to go to Azure App Service. In the deployment center, from the manual deployment, there's an option called publish files and you can upload zip file. I will show this option in this video. You can do an Azure CLI. You can use Azure CLI command where you have to go and replace your resource group name, your app name, and where is your file path locally, and you can run the CLI. It will deploy. And there's option called Kudu where you can go to the app service development tools and advanced tools where you can click on GIF push deploy where you can manually drag and drop the files. The 1 and 3 are similar. I will show the third option as well in the video. You can use like Azure CLI, you can use the PowerShell as well where you have to go and give resource group name. You have to give the path of your GIF file. Then it will deploy to Azure App Service. Even you can use the REST API service as well to deploy to Azure App Service. Let's get into the demo. So let me open Visual Studio. So I'm going to take the web application which I already pushed to GitHub repo. I'll give the link in description. Let me connect to this particular repo. Yeah, this is the app. Meanwhile, let's go to the Azure and let's create a Azure App Service. So let me click on App Services. Let me create a new web app. I'll just select my existing resource group. I will select and my web application is targeted to .NET 10. I will select Canada Central. I already have a free plan. Let me select that free plan. Let's create it. I'll skip all other options. So if you look at here, this is my existing resource group with .NET 10. My application is targeted. I'm trying to use a free plan and let's create this. It takes a minute. Let's go to the application. Let's run this application. Now my app is running locally, which has welcome page and a privacy page. Now let's try to deploy this particular application to Azure App Service via zip deployment. Let's go to the app service. Now our app service is ready. Let's go to the resource. If you browse the application, you just have an welcome page where app is running. Now let's go and look at the Kudu option, which is in the development tools. Go to the advanced tools, click on go. Yeah, if you go to the tools, there is a zip push deploy. Let's click here. So now if you look at here, we have only an HTML file, which is this HTML file where it is running. Now let's go and deploy our application. Let's go here. You can click on publish option, click on publish. Let's create a new profile. Let's click to folder. Let me browse it. I'll select desktop. I'll say, yeah, let's go and put here. So this is my path. Let me copy this. Let's finish. Now our app is going and deploying to this particular folder. Let's publish this. Yeah, now our publish is completed. You can go to the folder. Let's click this. Yeah, the folder is open now. Let's go here. Yeah, yeah. Now our files are deployed. You can go to the Kudu and directly you can drag and drop all these files, but let me use the, you can go and just select all this file and drag and drop to that Kudu, but let me select the other option. Let me go to the deployment center. Let's select a manual deployment. Let's select publish files. Now this is the zip deployment. Now what you need to do is this particular, you have to select all these files and create a zip. Let's compress it, a zip file. Yeah, I'll say demo zip. Now let's go to the app. Let's browse this. Let's go to the desktop, zip deployment. Now let's select demo zip. Now once this is selected, just click on save. Now it will go and unzip and deploy to your app service. Meanwhile, let's go to the Kudu and let's refresh this. So now we see here it is automatically using a one deploy option and it's uploaded all our files. Now let's browse our application. Okay, this could be due to our CSS is not pushed. So let me go to the files again. This time let's select Let me delete this. Yeah, let's let's call it as demo zip. Let's go back. So now let's select the same zip file, click on save. Let's go to the Kudu. Now, if you refresh this, it will do one more deployment. Now, if you see here, our www.root is deployed where our CSS is available. Let's go and refresh our page. Now, if you refresh our page, where you can see the CSS, the application is deployed to Azure App Service via zip deployment. And if you see my local version, the same application is here. Now, with this, we are done with the demo. This is the article which I referred. I will put the link in the description. Just one thing to remember is when you're zipping the files, right? Make sure you're not zipping only the www root. You have to make sure zip all the files and then push it to zip deployment. With this, we are done. Thanks for watching the video.